So a person on X just had their wallets drained for over $900,000 instantly. And unfortunately, that story is not rare. In 2025 alone, hackers have already stolen over $2.17 billion worth of crypto. And most of those losses came from individual users and not exchanges. And it's not just the number of scams that's gone up in recent years, it's the methods used by scammers to target your crypto that have also become more sophisticated. So I'm going to be sharing some common scams that you're likely to encounter and what you can do to protect yourself. The first one is hacked Twitter or hacked Discords. As with any website on the internet, you'd better make sure you're on the real web or social media page of a crypto project or company. A while back, I remember typing into a Google search the name of a top 40 coin, and the very first result I got was that of a scam website where you were asked to connect your crypto wallet. And if you didn't happen to notice this very slight difference in the name of the website or other changes, well, chances are you would have been drained of all your money. A great way to make sure that you are on the real page is by bookmarking it. I verify and bookmark all important links so I know I'm in the right place. Now, unfortunately, scammers don't always need to create a duplicate or fake project website. Sometimes they just hack the official ones. A project's official Twitter, Discord, and social media accounts can and have been compromised. Hackers will then replace some of the links with malicious links, and then when unsuspecting followers click on them, well, it's
game over, man. It's game over.
So protect yourself first by checking before interacting with whatever thing you're on. Has a social media account been acting weird lately? Maybe ask yourself. Do a quick Twitter search to see if others are mentioning whether that account has been compromised, because word does spread around fast. And as always, if the website is asking for info about you, your wallet, etc., just run. Scam number 2 is fake DMs. Always be suspicious of DMs, especially from people claiming to be from crypto projects or support or help desk, or DMing you with surprise giveaways and airdrops. You can also receive DMs from fake admins asking if your issue or support ticket has been resolved. Scammers will initially offer you some good advice to trick you into believing they are legitimate, but then they'll direct you to a fake website asking for your seed phrase or giving you a fake link to click on. And they will use official sounding terms like validate your wallet, or verify your wallet, or verify your info. And of course, 100% of the time, this is a scam. The teams from crypto projects will never ever DM you first, and the safest communication method is via the project's own ticket support system inside their Discord, not via DM and not via a totally different Discord server. And this also applies to me and pretty much any other well-known social media personality. Unfortunately, there are a ton of your friend Andy impersonators across all my social media accounts, including Twitter, Discord, and Telegram. And I'm not alone, a lot of other creators have the same problem. So always check the username of these influencers or creators or YouTubers who are reaching out to you, because usually the usernames are off by a letter or character, like your friend Andy with 2 Y's at the end. Another way to check is, for example, if you're a part of Sleep Money Club. In my case, you can check to see if we share a mutual server when I'm DMing you. But it's the same with any other creator out there. If you're already sharing a server with them, you can verify that. Because almost always these scammers are not a part of those official Discords, so you won't share those mutual servers together. But really, it's more than that. I will never DM you asking how your trading is going, or for me to tell you about investment opportunities, and I don't do DMs to do a random check with our Discord members. So if one of your favorite YouTubers is DMing you out of the blue, be very skeptical right away. But the bottom line here is that no matter how legit something seems, there is never ever a reason why you should be inputting your seed or recovery phrase online or sharing it with someone. There is never a reason to do that. It is never needed, and it's always a scam if they're asking for that. This is why I generally recommend having DMs turned off altogether on Discord or other platforms unless they are your friend and you verified them, or unless they share a trusted server with you. That brings me to scam number 3, approval scams. In this one, the scammer tricks you into signing a transaction in your wallet that gives that scammer the approval to spend an unlimited amount of tokens from your wallet, allowing them to then drain your wallet at will. So I was looking at a project several months ago. I went to CoinGecko, where a lot of people go. I used the link there to join the project's official Discord. When I joined the Discord, I needed to verify my account. That's pretty common. Except this time they sent me to a website, and that website wanted to connect to my MetaMask wallet. And they even said on that page that any amount in fees or amount that you send will be refunded to you. This is an immediate, crazy large, super red flag. These scams are common. They ask you to connect your wallet and sign up with your wallet. They prompt you to sign over and over. And then they slip in an actual token spend too, and you get signing fatigue and you just click accept. You don't even realize that you're losing all your money and have signed permission to take even more. And how this works is that sometimes projects change their Discord invite link, and then they forget to update places like CoinGecko or even their own website sometimes right away. And since the project is no longer using that URL, the scammers will take that URL, use it for their own Discord, they will make look like the official one. It's really sneaky and it's super effective, unfortunately. Now, luckily, some wallets such as Rabby have great security features like transaction previews or risk scanning or security alerts so that you can clearly see what you are signing, but ideally you wouldn't sign those things in the first place. And if you do approve something and later find out it's a scam, well, Rabby Wallet has a cool feature that allows you to remove these approvals from within the wallet. But if you're using any other wallet, you can just use a service like revoke.cash or app.unrect.net. You can use those to revoke those permissions and hopefully prevent any future theft. But really the best defense here is just to be super skeptical about anything that's asking you to connect your wallet, and especially if it prompts you to sign. You really should never need to do this to verify with something like a Discord server. And another great defense is just having a crypto hardware wallet. And speaking of that, thank you to OneKey for sponsoring this video so I can tell you about the OneKey Pro, which is a fully wireless, air-gapped crypto cold wallet. This thing never touches the internet. You sign with QR codes, you charge wirelessly, and you keep your keys offline. That means no phishing, no hackers, just pure security. It has a touchscreen, fingerprint unlock, and sign guard scam checks so you can see exactly what you are signing. And inside here it has 4 EAL6 Plus secure element chips, which is the same grade used in passports. Or if you want something simple and affordable, but with the same security backbone, well then check out the OneKey Classic 1S, which I think is the perfect entry-level wallet. And right now you can get 10% off for a limited time with the link and code down in the description. And also if you want a chance to win a OneKey Classic 1S, well, make sure you're subscribed to my channel and you comment down below why this wallet would be a good fit for you. Okay, on to scam number 4, which is phishing emails. And these are a staple of the Web 2 world, so it makes sense that you would also find them in Web 3. You'll receive an email which will look like it's from a legitimate source, like a wallet or crypto exchange or some other service. The message almost always contains a link that leads you to a fake website that looks identical to the real one. Once the victim clicks on the link and inputs their username and password, well, the attacker will then use this to access their account and steal their funds. Sometimes they ask for your seed phrase, which again, never input that online. Luckily, many crypto exchanges now offer anti-phishing codes in their emails, allowing you to instantly see if it is the real deal or not. But as usual, double check if you're on the official page before you input any password or sensitive information. Now, I hope you don't, but if you ever do fall for a phishing scam, having two-factor authentication could help the scam not succeed. I highly recommend always using some form of double authentication for your accounts. Something is always better than nothing, but not all 2FA is created equal. For example, phone number 2FA is only recommended if you don't have any other 2FA options. And that's because of the risk of SIM swapping. This is where scammers trick your phone carrier into sending your texts and calls to the scammer instead of you, which includes password recovery and account verification codes. And this is way more common than you'd think. So it's better to use an authenticator app or even a physical device like a YubiKey. Also, increasingly, passkeys are becoming the norm in terms of online security. They're both easier and more secure than traditional passwords. So if your platform offers this, I'd recommend using it. There's a few other scams that you might come across online. Ones like a mining service that asks you to send a BTC or crypto to start earning. Of course, anytime anybody's asking for your private key or to buy a private key. Then of course there's the old, but apparently still work and are still effective scams of send me 0.1 BTC and I'll send you back 0.5 BTC. Which I can't believe that one's still happening, and I can't believe people still fall for it, but they do. There's also scam tokens that are fake copies of popular coins like USDT, BNB, AVAX, Solana, or basically any of the other popular coins or tokens. They're the same name, but if you check a coin or tokens explorer, you will see that they have totally different contract addresses. Whenever you see tokens or NFTs pop up in your wallet that look like they're worth a lot, Sometimes these are legit if they're from like a real airdrop or something. But most of the time, if you weren't expecting it, these are scam tokens. And you should not try to interact with these at all. While it might look like in your wallet's worth a lot of money, it's actually got a bunch of built-in things to the smart contract, and it could end up making you lose a lot of money. Okay, so that's a lot of scams, but here's a few best practices that will also help you stay safe. The first one is that you double, triple, or maybe even quadruple check all your wallet addresses before transferring any crypto. Make sure you're sending to the right address. You can even send a little tiny test transaction first to verify you're sending it to the right place. Because unfortunately, many of us just copy paste wallet addresses without even looking. I mean, I've never personally done that, but I hear other people do. For example, your device could be infected with malware, and it pastes in a different address than the one you initially copied, and then your crypto gets sent to the hacker's own wallet. Another thing to consider if you're a crypto power user and you're actively interacting with all kinds of protocols and smart contracts and airdrops and stuff like that, then another tip is that you should probably be using a burner wallet for riskier crypto plays, or even multiple burner wallets. In case you didn't know, a burner wallet is what you would use to connect to dApps that you're not 100% sure that, won't drain your funds. And as such, it should never contain a large amount of your crypto or any asset. Best to split that off into other wallets. Basically, you're only keeping the amount you need to cover the gas fees and buy that node or coin or token or do the airdrop or get into that pre-sale you wanted. You can think of a burner wallet like a burner phone that is meant to be discarded after it has served its purpose. Another big tip, and it has been said 1,000 times, but I think it needs to be said 1,000 more. Never, absolutely never ever, share your seed or recovery phrase online or with anyone for any reason whatsoever, and keep it so secure that even Houdini would struggle to get to it. Another tip is to use tools like Rabby Wallet or other wallets with smart security features to check transactions before signing them and remove approvals if something looks odd. Another tip is to always check usernames for those sneaky extra little letters. And of course, that goes along with this next tip, which is to always be skeptical and always double check. Because if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Now, I know all this stuff is scary, but this stuff does get easier with time, I promise. Plus, there are so many great opportunities out there in crypto to make tons of money that I think all this stuff is worth the headache. Like I said earlier, another way to secure your crypto is to have a hardware wallet, which I highly recommend. The problem though is that there's just so many of them out there, it's super hard to choose. Well, that's why I made this video here. It's my top 5 crypto hardware wallets video so that you can keep your crypto secured in cold storage and safe. You need to go watch that. Goodbye.